Miranda and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dr. Vlogger. So for today, I am going to wear my white coat because namimiss ko na siyang suotin. As you all know, in the hospitals, we just wear our PPEs, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So we are not able, personally ako, I'm not able to wear my white coat anymore. And namiss ko lang siya. And also, this video is just, to commemorate my own personal experience as a doctor during this pandemic. 2020 has ended, and as a frontliner, making it this far during this pandemic is already the greatest blessing or the greatest gift that a doctor who has joined in on this fight could have ever asked for. It was in March 2020 when the pandemic has recorded its first local transmission. Thus, the community quarantine happened on March 15, 2020. It happened so fast, fear and anxiety filled us, but we have no other choice but to do our job. I remember clearly na may iba talaga sa amin who canceled clinics, who didn't go to work, and they just stayed home for fear of being infected. I even shared, di ba po, that for like more or less mga 2 weeks, I didn't go to work. I almost decided not to work. I was thinking of my family and their safety. Okay lang sana if single ako, then why not, diba? But I have kids with me, and that time we are not sure about COVID-19. It's still a novel coronavirus. Hindi talaga natin alam yung exact transmission. Ano ba talaga sila sa mga bata? Gaano sila kalala when kids or when children are infected. But in those 2 weeks that I almost gave up working, hindi naman matahimik yung kalooban ko. To make the long story short, I decided to still go to work, and here I am, and thankful na remain uninfected, and please Lord, pwedeng forever na uninfected until this COVID-19 disappears. It was not heroic. I was just doing my job, and I know that there were only a few of us who stayed, and it was a difficult decision to make for both those who decided to stay at home and those who decided to stay in hospital and work. It was not a question of being right or wrong. You just have to have your priorities, and we understand that. Telemedicine has become a thing for us as well. It was around March when our hospital, actually one of our hospitals that I was working at, had its first confirmed case. Cases increased and we dealt with them one by one. New protocols were carried out. ER triage was modified. To be honest, medyo nagkagulo sa ER because at that time, hindi mo talaga nga alam kung paano siya matatransmit. Airborne, air droplet, are surgical masks enough? Kailan ba magle-level 2, 3, 4, and everything? Every one of us were glued to the TV, wait for the DOH for their latest updates regarding this COVID-19. There was also a question of maliligo ba? Ilan beses ba maliligo? Maliligo ba every time mag-i-examine ng pasyente? Maliligo ba before going home? And then pagkadating sa house, maliligo ba ulit? Some of us even prepared like a temporary na maliliguan outside the house. There were a lot of confusing information kung ano ba talaga, but then again, you just do it kasi you just want to be protected. Then another problem was PPE was scarce. Nagkukulang. We were not prepared. And even if we were, I personally think that's a sobrang dami nga ng Filipinos, and especially kahit yung mga non-medical, they hoarded, diba? They hoarded medical surgical masks. We even asked for donations, and even thankful for those people who donated. Also, I even made a video about me buying those colorful PPEs, and I bought my own PPEs para hindi na po ako makiagaw sa mga other healthcare workers, sa mga nurses, sa mga orderly. And instead of going online shopping, diba, new outfits or new clothes, I went shopping sa mga face shields, mga masks, different types of masks. We have the KN95, the N95, we have the nano filter mask, we have the surgical masks, and I also thankful for like one of my relatives who sent a lot of surgical masks, several boxes of them. Sa family namin, I made it a point na we don't wear the cloth mask. I told even the yayas and my husband na dapat yung surgical mask. That's just me. Then of course, part of our job, we intubated COVID positive patients. It was a risk that we are willing to take since we decided to work. You cannot just give your 50%. You have to give your all 100%. But to tell you honestly, each time I intubate, I really pray. Mabilis dapat. We even have this acrylic na shield kasi para daw. But then again, it was already, there was an update regarding that one. It was not considered as safe because parang we are concentrating the virus kung gumagamit kami nun. So right now, we're not doing that anymore. I personally don't prefer actually using of that acrylic shield na sa pag-intubate because hindi ko talaga masyadong makita, hindi ako makapamanipulate. You really have to have the right position, the right, yun na nga, the right way, yung hindi ako makamaneuver, especially pag difficult intubation, so hindi ko talaga siya usually ginagamit. But then again, yun na nga, updated, it's not anymore recommended. It went on and on for months. Colleagues got infected, some of them even died, and some, thank God, they have recovered. For me, it was also a blessing that we were able to witness patients, COVID-19 patients that have recovered. Iba lang talaga yung pakiramdam after na may napauwi kayo ng mga pasyente na nag-positive and then naging okay sila. Then, one thing that I realized about most COVID-19 patients, those patients that have recovered, may mga tao talaga or may mga relatives sila nakasama sa rooms kasi mas may nagmo-monitor sa kanila, mas may nakakakita ano ba yung nangyayari, and then, you know, pag may ganun, may aggressive na mag-i-inform sa nurses and mag-inform din sa amin. So, that's what I've noticed. Majority of them, especially kahit yung ibang intubated patients namin that have extubated, may mga nagbabantay talaga sa room. So, you know, this COVID-19 may be a pandemic, but it also taught us, or it made us realize of how much we can love. Diba? Kasi you're willing to be in that same room with a patient that has COVID-19, and I'm so happy na may nakikita akong mga ganong relatives. I also endured not seeing my family, my friends. Grabe, wala na po yung meet up with friends over coffee. Wala na yung mga ganon. We even adjust to the new normal of celebrating special occasions. We celebrated my eldest second daughter at home. We celebrated the first birthday of, wow, I realized how many special occasions we celebrated during this pandemic. We just adjusted and adapted to the new normal. One good thing that happened during this pandemic is I went back to vlogging. And COVID-19 is actually one of the primary reason why I did that, because I thought to myself I wanted to document my experience as a doctor during this pandemic. Years back, I'll be able to reminisce or to look back on these videos. Ito yung na-experience ko, and I'm even going to be able to share this with my children. As a wife and a mother, reaching 2021, na intact yung family namin, no one of us are infected, my kids are okay, we are okay. It's the greatest blessing, and we are always thankful to God every day, every second. For the whole year of 2021, yun lang yata yung pinipag-pray ko na. Nakalimutan ko na mag-pray sa ibang bagay. My priority in prayers is just safety and good health and away from COVID-19 and other disasters yung family namin. But it was not that smooth sailing. Let me just share with you that last month, my children developed fever. First, si Olivia muna. Nag-fever siya. And I was at first like confident, okay lang to. Viral lang to, it's not really COVID-19. But then when Oriana developed fever after 3 days na nag-fever si Olivia, I was so worried and anxious, and I cried. And my husband saw me cry and even told me that I'm stronger than this. He encouraged me, and then we just prayed. And then when on the 3rd or 4th day na nag-febrile na yung first si Olivia, and may rash na siya that is very characteristic of roseola. Ay, my pedia infectious disease specialist, doctor, and also other pediatricians, friends of mine assured me that it's roseola. And of course, Oriana too had it too, because yun lang naman, kasi it's really contagious. Hindi ko sila na-isolate. That's one thing that I did wrong. I didn't isolate the two of them. Nung nag-fever, which is the infective stage of roseola, nandyan lang din si Oriana. Naglalaro sila. So it was really my fault, and I advise you all not to do the same mistake that I did. During those times, sleepless nights ulit, nag-40 degrees si Olivia, nag-39 degrees si Oriana. I'm just so thankful that both of them are really healthy to begin with. Their immune system nakayanan nila. I was really afraid of BFS, benign febrile seizures. This is like one of the many times that I'm thankful that I'm a doctor and that I have doctor friends who specialize in this area. Grabe talaga. Thank you so much for them for assuring me, and for, you know, yung mga kakulitan, because during that time I'm more of a mother than being a doctor. Nawawala yung pagka-doctor ko. I was thankful that they're okay now, and okay kami naman as a family. So 2020 might have been the worst year yet, but let's think that reaching this far, reaching January 1, 2021, alive and healthy, is already the greatest gift that God has given us for 2021. So we are forever grateful. The fight is still not over. There is a vaccine, yes, but there's also a new variant of the COVID-19 virus. We are still going to study that, know about that again, and we never know what will happen this year. We will still continue to fight, not only for ourselves, but also for our children. This is Doc Joanavi Miranda, signing out of 2020, but saying hello 2021, goodbye 2020, and laban lang Pilipinas. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.